Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. So excited to have you here. We're going to talk about trust today, how to overcome trust issues. It's a huge challenge when you are recovering from narcissistic relationships, when you've come out of a narcissistic, just heard a gunshot. I live in the country, so it's actually normal. When you've come out of these toxic relationships, it's actually a huge challenge. I'm trying to get more light, but not working. Okay, so that's why I want to talk about this today. And also, I have a Facebook group. It's called Life After Narcissism, and I'll leave that link in the description below. And when people come into the group, I ask them a couple of questions, and one of them is like, what do you struggle with the most? And this is what I get. So Sam had asked, how do I trust again after picking so many narcissistic partners? And so that's what we're talking about today. My name is Denise Kavaliauskas, and I am a women's transformational love coach specializing in helping you heal from narcissistic relationships. Toxic love, abusive relationships. Okay, my loves, let's get going. So I always love to share this story of trust with you so that you can begin to understand how and why you feel like you don't trust yourself, okay? So I was on the phone with a woman a few years ago, and she had a big aha moment during our conversation, and it went something like this. She was taking her 4-year-old son to the store, and he had been really good that week in school, so she wanted to reward him. So she told him, you know, being such a good boy this week, I want to buy you a lollipop. And so here was this box of lollipops with all these different flavors, right? Strawberry, grape, bubblegum, watermelon, all the different flavors. And so at 4 years old, we know what we want. We do not question ourselves. In fact, at 4 years old, we're super confident and we have zero trust issues, i.e., we were born trusting, we're born with a trust muscle. So he picks out the flavor that he wanted. Ready to go, let's go, Mom. Mom says, are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want? Because, ooh, look, they have grape. They have strawberry. Ooh, you love watermelon. And so the little boy starts to doubt his decision. He loves Mom. He looks up to Mom. He trusts Mom. Mom always has his best interest at heart, and he knows this. So he starts to go, maybe I don't want that flavor. Maybe I do want watermelon. And so he goes with what she wants instead of what he wants. So I share that example with you to show you like how the seeds of doubt are planted in our head at a very early age. And just imagine that this scenario plays out day in and day out throughout your life. And this, my friends, is why we have trust issues. From the beginning, we have trust issues. But here's the good news. You were born with a trust muscle. You still have that in you, okay? Think of an actual muscle, and when you don't go to the gym for 6 months, what does the muscle do? It just lays there. It's still there. It's just not strong and bumped up, right? It's just there. So how do you rebuild that muscle? The same as you would do in the gym. You would start off slowly and you would practice and you would work it out, right? And you wouldn't give up. You would use consistency and you would keep going. And then you'll start to see some improvement, a little bit of improvement, but it's better than what you had before. So you're super excited. And then it grows and grows and grows and grows. That is the same thing that you do with your trust muscle. Same thing. You start to build it back up by trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, trusting that voice inside of your head, not doubting yourself, not second guessing yourself, Even if it turns out to be a mistake, it all happened for a reason. That's how you do it. It really is super simple. It's just a matter of choosing. What are you going to choose for yourself? Are you going to continue to practice the same patterns that you've had before, where you're doubting yourself, second guessing yourself, overthinking everything? Or are you going to start to trust that voice inside of your head? And you know the difference between the ego voice and what's in your heart. You know. It goes with the feeling, that gut feeling inside of you. Inside of you, telling you, don't do it, or yes, this is exciting. I feel excited. I feel like this is meant to be. You know, the other day I went to go pick up my daughter's dog from her apartment because she's going to almost like California, Florida. And there was this man that lives there walking his little dog. And so I looked up at him and I instantly got a creepy feeling from him. I said politely, good morning, and I walked off. Really didn't think nothing of it. Later on, I'm having a conversation with my daughter, and come to find out my intuition was valid. So it really is like that subtle, that simple, that you can just look at somebody and go, something's off. Don't know what it is. I don't need to know what it is. That's where the ego gets in the way. Oh, but he on paper, he has this, this, and that. Oh, but he's so nice and polite and this, and that. And so we go against our own intuition, and we fall into that trap, and that's what gets us in trouble. Trust your gut. Trust yourself. When you, using the example that I just gave you, look at somebody and go, something's off, trust it. Trust it. When you go on a date and you feel the same way, when you have a conversation with somebody, or you're texting somebody and dating, and you feel the same way, stop doubting yourself and just go with what you know to be true. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Your body is telling you this for a reason. Go with what it's telling you. And you'll find out later on why. But the most important thing is for you to practice this building back up your trust muscle. This is how you do it, right? There's people walking down my street and it's like, I live in the country, like I said, it's weird. Anyway, this is how you do it, right? Little tiny baby steps turn into big, big mountains that you've climbed. Before you know it, you look back and you're like, oh. Also, another thing that you can do that I've shared on other videos is have an affirmation of trust in front of you. So I'm in my new office, my beautiful new office. I know the wall doesn't look like it, but it's actually a beautiful turquoise. The color in the camera makes it look more of a green, but it's a beautiful like blue turquoise. It's so gorgeous. Anyway, in my other office, right over there, I had this giant piece of paper that I did at a mastermind, and in red ink, I had big letters, trust yourself. And it was right in front of me. So every day I would stare at it. Every day I would stare at it, stare at it, stare at it. And, and through practicing, seeing something every day, affirming something every day, it really does seep into your subconscious mind. So I trust myself way, way, way more than I used to. Way more, like leaps and bounds now. And that's because of, there's not just one thing that you do that makes a difference. It's a compilation of all of the things that you do that are going to make the difference. So have something in front of you, even if it's just trust yourself and then put your name, right? Trust yourself, Denise. Or if it's, affirmations of trust. Louise Hay has great affirmations that you can use. I love her to death. Like, she's just so amazing. And like I said, then just practice. When you meet somebody or when you come across whatever, and even a post on Facebook and you're like, I don't think that's true. Like, trust yourself that that is coming through for a reason, and trust your body. The body's always messaging you and always talking to you. So how do you trust again after picking so many narcissistic partners? The overwhelming thought is like, how am I going to trust all these people that I'm going to meet? When in fact, all you need to do is learn to trust yourself. Once you learn to trust yourself, you don't need to learn how to trust everybody else. That's way too much and too overwhelming. All you have to do is learn how to trust yourself, and then that is going to tell you everything about everybody else that you come in contact with. Okay? So the overwhelming thought is, I have to learn how to trust everybody in life, and pull that back and just learn how to trust you. And it's actually really easy if you just allow it to happen. Allow it to happen by using the baby steps that I just gave you. Allow it to happen by having an affirmation in front of you. Trust yourself, and then comma, put your name. Allow it to happen that every time you get this feeling of either a yes or a no, excitement or scared, trust that feeling. All you have to do, I promise you, it's not as bad. It's not as overwhelming. It's not as big as everybody thinks it is. I hope that helped. If it did, please smash that like button, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this helped you. Again, if this video or any of the videos that I share with you help you at all, give you any value, please remember to smash that like button. It helps the channel grow, which in turn helps me reach more people like you and me who have been through these toxic relationships and need these tools in the personal growth toolbox to heal from narcissistic abuse. All right, my loves. Until the next video, have an amazing weekend. Happy Saturday. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.